Hello and welcome to another Cliff Reviews Art House. This is kind of a review of A Quiet Place Day One, directed by Michael Sarnoski, but it's also a little bit of, perhaps it's a rant about why the Quiet Place films are so rubbish. So, for me, none of the Quiet Place films qualify as art house cinema. And although I do try and review art house films, am using the term very broadly. But even then, the Quiet Place films don't qualify. However, I'm annoyed that I've sat through three of these films. And this is a forum where I have a chance to say this. So I hope you'll indulge me in doing this. I really didn't like the first two Quiet Place films, but the prequel set in New York, day one of the aliens arriving, it's kind of an interesting premise. The trailer looked quite good, and I was thinking, and maybe I could get into this. I'm thinking of Alien, I'm thinking of Predator, maybe even Independence Day. Rightly or wrongly, this is what I'm kind of judging this franchise against. So when I actually saw A Quiet Place Day One, I was so underwhelmed and disappointed. I did see it on the big Dolby Vision screen at Leicester Square with Dolby Atmos sound, so I saw it in the absolute best conditions. What a disappointment! There are differences to the first two films. It's kind of a reboot, it's different actors. It's got the potential to be better, but it's not. The action sequences are really disappointing. For me, it just lacks originality. It's so repetitive in relation to the first two films. That just constant formula of silence, 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 small subtle noise, attack. It's such a cliched kind of formula. Now, when it was set in New York City, I thought this looked exciting. I thought this had great potential. Obviously, I would think of films like King Kong or Spider-Man, and the truth is, this could be set anywhere. It doesn't really make use of the fact that it's in New York. The characters in this film feel shallow and underdeveloped. It's just a boring narrative. The actors were okay, but, really nothing special at all. So now I can say I don't like the three films in this franchise. What is wrong with these three films, and how can you get a franchise out of them? Well, for me, these three films are just so unsophisticated, so contrived, just too repetitive. The aliens just aren't iconic enough. So, in conclusion, all three of these films are very disappointing to me. I'm up for a good alien monster movie. This isn't snobbery for a non-art house movie. A few months ago, I saw Meg 2, The Trench. That was rubbish, but thoroughly entertaining in a way that none of the Quiet Place films are. This prequel does nothing to enrich the franchise. It just confirms the disappointment of the first Quiet Place films, despite the possibility for a fresh start. The three films all rely on this single narrative idea. It just didn't work for me in the first film, and it's only got worse with each film. I certainly do not recommend A Quiet Place Day One or the other two. Rant over. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.